The title of the show, Splinter in My Eyes, comes from the aphorism from Adorno: the splinter in our eyes is the best magnifying glass. So when I was invited to do a show in Istanbul at Dirim Art Gallery, I was thinking about what can I do in especially these really moving times in Turkey. So it came to me like a splinter is always also something. A splinter in your eyes or in your body, in your skin, is somehow also to make you aware actually of your skin, of your eye, and of the possibility to see. That was the intention of the show. So what you see behind of me is that I use different chandeliers which we bought here in different chandelier places in Istanbul. And I used them as the raw material for my work. Like as a sculpture is using usually a block of stone or marble or wood as the beginning of the sculpture. I wanted to use these lamps, these chandeliers, which are not only ordinary lamps, they are also symbols for wealth and power. And I wanted to take them as raw material and make something new out of it. And I wanted to deform it, to destruct it, to make something else out of it. I mean, it's a finished design already, and I used this finished design and the symbolism of it to make something new out of it. So I actually hurt it, I broke it, I smashed it, till I had the feeling the sculpture is ready. And as a metaphor, maybe it can be seen like an animal who's injured, so it's hurt, and things which are injured, they seemed more dangerous than before because something happened to them. So here you also have still the lamps which has their function, but they are sharp now. You can cut yourself. It's not usually lamp anymore what it was before. The only photography in this exhibition shows an object which got smashed through a highly act of violence. What you see on the image is a real diamond burst into thousands of particles. The material which I used here is very important. Natural diamonds are on one hand objects of desire. They are very precious, very expensive and difficult to find. But there is another point. Natural diamonds are also the hardest material which exists in the world. That means also that it has the most resistance comparing it with all the other materials which we know. The photography documents the destruction of this specific material, but in the same time it shows a new image, a new kind of universe which can come up by destruction. The neon installation can be seen as a direct comment to the increasing presence of populistic language in our daily life. I used words in this context in Turkish, which are used very often in political speeches. I wrote them by hand on a sheet of paper and transformed them into shiny neons. What is obvious is that they are all grammatically wrong written. They have, for example, 2 A's instead of 1, or a D instead of a T. This transforms the words into a specific way of pronunciation. It reminds to how politicians emphasize words and how they use their rhetoric skills to influence the masses. Subtle, this installation deals with the power of language and their influence inside the society. I wanted to have a very playful work about this very serious way of using words as weapons, and also to use them than as their tools to get in power or to stay in power. The mirror works are part of a new series of objects which I started to work on this year. The works according to mirrors in the baths, in our homes and hotel rooms. It's about the rare moments of intimacy we have. Often I find time of self-reflection, dreaming and thoughts when I'm alone in the bathroom, taking a shower and looking on the mirror which stopped to reflect me because of the steam. Writing words with my fingers on the mirror and wiping parts of it to see myself again is getting part of the ritual. So for me it was always like these kind of honest moments where I can show also my weakness and my insecurity to myself. Who am I?